Hey guys, Jinder Mahal is the #1 contender for the WWE title. What? So yeah, as you may have heard 5 seconds ago from me, Jinder Mahal is your new #1 contender for the WWE Championship, winning a 6-pack challenge on the last episode of SmackDown, and ever since then, wrestling fans have been confused, for lack of a better word. Jinder Mahal has won exactly 2 singles matches on TV before this win since his comeback. His first match against Heath Slater and a match against Jack Swagger, which was Swagger's last on Raw before he jumped ship to SmackDown. Aside from that, I could be wrong on this, but I don't think Jinder Mahal has even lasted 5 minutes in any other match. Like, wow. And now, after an 18-minute 6-pack challenge against at least 3 people who could reasonably contend for the WWE title, Mahal obviously not being one of them, Jinder Mahal won the match, beating Sami Zayn, Luke Harper, Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, and Mojo Rawley. Oh yeah, and he also had the Bollywood Boys there to help him out. They're a group now. I saw somewhere on Reddit that they might be called Seek and Destroy. I like it. I like it a lot. I hope they do that. I hope that's real. So yeah, fans have been really curious as to why this would have happened, and now that I've had a little bit of time to marinate on it, I have a couple of ideas as to why this may have happened. First off, and I really, really hope this isn't the big primary reason, but it is a big reason, WWE is really big in India. All you need to do is go onto any Indian wrestling forum. It is insane. A lot of Indian fans still think that wrestling is legit. And that's a pretty big market. It's like 1.5 billion people. So WWE pushing an Indian guy could never really hurt. Except that one time it really, really hurt. But Jinder's way better than Kali. So he's got that going for him. But on to some hopefully less PR-driven reasons as to why this may have happened. It does fit into the narrative that SmackDown has been trying to convey for the last few months now. SmackDown is the land of opportunity. Like, if you want to go prove yourself, you go to SmackDown, and you do. Just look at AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, Mojo Rawley. Like, these guys became big. Heath Slater. These guys all became way bigger than they were before they went to SmackDown, after they went to SmackDown. And let me just say, if you're a WWE superstar and your career trajectory isn't exactly skyrocketing, and you see Jinder Mahal go from jobbing like crazy to getting a world title shot, you're going to be like, I want to go SmackDown. This is the show for me. This is really cool. And weirdly enough, Jinder may have one really weird person to thank for this. That'd be Simon Gotch, because Simon Gotch getting released allowed WWE to say, hey, we've got this new jobber guy who can basically take all these clean losses, and people would love to see him get his butt whooped in Aiden English. But we also have another guy like that, Jinder Mahal. Why don't we do something else with Jinder then? Aces. And that kind of leads into another point. The WWE is kind of low on heels at the moment, especially heels who get heat. Did you hear the reaction that he got after he won that match? The crowd was just pissed. Like, they did not want Jinder. And Jinder ended up cutting a scathing promo afterwards. So at least you have to admit, guys getting heel heat. There's not a lot of heels in WWE who could say that anymore. Like, most of the top level heels in WWE, like, the crowd freaking loves them. Like, Lesnar's still a heel, but he still gets cheered pretty much every time he shows up on Raw. Strowman? Like, he's the best part of Raw every week, it seems. Last week, he tipped over a fucking ambulance. How can you not like Strowman? Kevin Owens? Like, that doesn't even need any explanation. You can't not love Owens. He's so good on the mic. Like, even guys that we were talking about before who were really good at getting heel heat, like, the crowd is starting to turn around on them. Guys like Miz, Corbin, Revival, Alexa, Charlotte. Like, these guys and gals are so good at being bastards that the crowd's starting to turn around and starting to like them. So, what's the WWE to do? They need somebody who the crowd can legit get behind and go, fuck you. And they seem to have done that with Jinder Mahal. And plus, you can't say that Jinder isn't in good shape. I mean, just look at the guy. I want to say he's on roids, but he said on his Twitter that he's been tested 6 times and hasn't popped yet. So, I'm kind of willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, considering that his next wellness policy violation will be his first. So, he hasn't been busted before. Maybe he actually is being legit about this. He is just dieting and exercising that hard. If so, good on him. Like, he's shown that diet and exercise will get you places in the WWE. At least I hope that's the case. And there's one last thing that really kind of drives this home for me. This is a period of time on WWE's schedule that, what's the worst that could happen? It's the post-Mania season. It's a really slow time of the year anyway. So, why not take a chance and see what you got in Jinder Mahal? Give him a month or two with Randy Orton. He's probably not going to win the title, but worst comes to worst, like, you've lost a couple of months in a title reign that really wasn't all that exciting to begin with, even if he was put into a feud with somebody really enticing. But best case scenario, yeah, Mahal probably won't win the title either way, but you still at least have a legit heel contender who can do legit heel things. Like, maybe you have a future U.S. champion, or I don't know, maybe you have an upper mid-carder who can kind of go back and forth between the 2 top titles. Oh, and that's the other thing. If you're not too hyped on the world title picture right now, just look at the U.S. title match. It's going to be AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. That's an actual dream match. So, if the world title match doesn't excite you, then you'll probably pay the price of admission to go see Styles and Owens, which could be a legit 5-star match. Gimme that. So yeah, I'm coming around on the idea that Jinder Mahal, of all people, could actually be somebody that WWE can legit get into. And if it works, good for him. Also, boo. Kind of feels good to be able to do that to a heel for once. That's all for me. See y'all later.